So in today's video I want to talk to you what happened between the wind shear escape maneuver, the wind shear recover maneuver and the go around, because between these two maneuvers there is a gray area where many errors have been made in the past. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. If you have on short final at predictive wind shear warning, you need to perform the wind shear escape maneuver or the wind shear recovery. Depending on the aircraft manufacturer, they call it in a different way, but more or less they are the same procedures. What the pilot flying needs to do: select toga, follow the SRS command, follow the flight directors if they are engaged into the wind shear logic, because we'll help the pilots to go out of the wind shear, and then you don't have to change the flaps and gear configuration until you are out of the wind shear. So wind shear, you have the reactive wind shear warning.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
You apply full thrust, you follow the SRS command, the flight directors in case of the Boeing 737, and then basically you don't change the configuration of the landing gear and the flaps until you're out of the wind shear. Once you're out of the wind shear, you need to do a transition from wind shear escape maneuver to the go around maneuver, and the problem is exactly there in between, because when you are into a wind shear, flying a wind shear escape maneuver, I can tell you, because it happened to me in the past few times, that when you start to do the wind shear escape maneuver, it's gonna be a tough procedure, because the aircraft will be in a very windy situation with a wind that changes from tailwind to headwind and vice versa. There will be a lot of turbulence, and the pilot flying is trying to follow the SRS or the flight directors in the case of the 737, and is really fighting with the aircraft in order to fly a nice wind shear escape maneuver. In the flight deck, during a wind shear escape maneuver, the pilot monitoring is extremely important, because it has to help the pilot flying by reading the parameters. For example, if you have tailwind, headwind, if the wind is changing, if you have a speed that is increasing too much, the vertical speed, so it has to call out all these parameters. However, once you are out of wind shear, you need to transition into the go around maneuver, and the difference is that if you have the reactive wind shear warning on a very short final with gear down and flap full, for example, you start the maneuver, you do the wind shear escape maneuver, and you keep the gear and the flap in that specific configuration. But once you are out of the wind shear, you have to change the configuration, because you change and you go into the go around maneuver. And the problem is exactly in the transition part, because usually what happened to many people is that they didn't really call for go around after the wind shear escape maneuver, and they level off with gear down and flap full, for example. So what I want to make sure that you take out of this video, especially if you're doing the simulator for your job interview, okay, if they give you a wind shear, make sure that you do the wind shear escape maneuver. Once you are out of the wind shear escape maneuver, as a pilot flying, it's very important, it's paramount that you call go around flaps. So this is a clear sign, a clear indication to the pilot monitoring that you want to go from a wind shear to go around, because once you start to say the first few SOPs, few call outs of the go around, your mind, your brain, and the brains of the pilot monitor will change into the go around procedure. But if you don't do exactly the go around call that you do as a standard go around, you might forget to retract the gear, to retract the flaps, and so on. So you're gonna level off, and then you find out that maybe you have flap full, gear down, and such, okay? And that is not ideal, especially in a windy condition like you are, because you have been just through a wind shear, okay? So guys, remember, wind shear escape maneuver first. Once you're out of the wind shear, you want to transition into the go around, and you need to be clear, and as a pilot flying, make a good call. So usually you do the wind shear, so you call wind shear toga, you follow the SRS. Once you're out of wind shear, you see you're out of wind shear, you say go around flaps, and the pilot monitoring will do the procedure. And then from there you continue the go around, and then you will see that you will successfully transition from a wind shear escape maneuver to go around. They are like two boxes, two separate boxes. Just a few seconds to say thank you for subscribing and support my job. I'm here to help you to achieve your goals as a pilot. Remember, if you need an help to prepare your pilot interview, you can go to pilotclimb.com, where you can book a private call with me or join the Pilot Climb Pilot Job interview course that I made available for you. So again, thank you very much. Now back to the video. Okay guys, I hope this video will help you out during your simulator assessment of your pilot job interview. If you have any question, leave a comment below and I'll help you out. I wish you a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.